It's just like Sly Stallone didn't deserve losing the Rocky rights, but he did lose the Rocky rights because he sold them away back in the 80s. So after the first movie, Stallone gave them away, and it was a whole thing. He was a young actor, you know. He sold them to Winkler, who is actually the executive producer of all the projects right now, Irwin, and apparently it's been like really bad because the whole time that he's had to fight with him over Rocky. But of course, Stallone is Rocky, so he's had to come back all the time. He's always been there. Then they made Creed, did well. They brought him in Creed 2, Creed 3. All of a sudden, Stallone's gone. But now they're doing a Creed 4, and you know, we talked about this before. They're going to do a whole Creed verse. That's a whole thing they announced about a year ago, not even a year maybe. But now they officially announced that Creed 4 is moving forward. Hopefully, it comes out in 2025, and it'll start production next year. And of course, Michael B. Jordan has been announced to be directing again because the last one made the most money, and he directed it. It was his directorial debut. It made $275 million. The second one made $115 million, and the first one only made $109 million. All big successes based off their budgets. But you know, Irwin was saying like, this is a good formula. He's Creed. He's also director. It works. Let's bring him back and let him do the fourth one. Stallone said he would come back if Irwin was gone and if he got his money back for all the money he lost during all the time because he refused to sell him the rights back after all these years. And I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. I think Stallone's out. That's what it is. I would love to see him come back, though. I think Stallone is a good formula. He is Rocky. He's in every movie except the last one. So it's very unfortunate he's not in them anymore. And of course, he wrote this second one. He didn't write the first one, wrote the second one, and then the third one, he was completely just shut out. So it just sucks that if you were part of something, it made his career, and all of a sudden he can't be a part of it moving forward. But this is happening. It's big. It's moving forward. And I know a lot of people are fans of the franchise, so they're probably still excited about it. Keoki, did you see the third one? Are you excited to see where that goes now? And of course, there's the Jonathan Majors factor. I actually didn't see the third one, so I'm not even sure if I'm guessing he lives. They don't really kill people off in Rocky that often. So I would think that he would probably come back, but maybe not because of all the problems, right?
No, you know what? I actually did see the third Creed, and I thought it was a cool movie. Like, you know, it was his directorial debut, so I saw a lot of shots that he was taking that I was like, okay, these are very interesting shots, and I'm like, all right, these were actually cool. I was just looking at it for that. Story-wise, like, it was an okay story. I just hope that the story's a little bit better in the fourth movie. I like the fact that they did bring in some people from the first two movies, or at least the second movie. So they did have, what's his face's son back in there, which is really cool. So I thought that was neat. But other than that, like, it was neat having Jonathan Majors' character in there and have them fight it out and kind of like, get to that understanding. That part of the story was good, but just the build up for it could have been a little bit better. But hopefully, I think they can do a good job. He did a great job as directing. So I can see Creed doing pretty well as long as they can take that kind of mythos that they were able to get, garner from Rocky and just put that into Creed. That would be great. And that's super sad having Sylvester not being there because it just feels like an empty spot. But just like in, Rocky, Apollo was gone by the fourth movie. And so it's kind of following in that same suit, it seems.
Did you miss Rocky in this one at all?
I do, because I like Sylvester Stallone he's become that, that father figure for him. So to be like, hey, you knew my father, so what can I do? He's been that guiding force for him for the first movie and the second one. So he was really great. Like, that actually built up the first movie that made it, palpable. That was just like, oh, right. All right. Now I can get in, because now it's kind of like, bringing the changing of the guard. And so it's sad to not see him there.
Yeah, it just sucks. It's just such a sad story. It's like all the money. I mean, of course, Stallone's fine nowadays, but again, it was like his baby, and then he sold his dog before, and then he got his dog back. There's like a whole lot of drama that went down with that whole movie just to make his career, just to become an actor, And it's like, and he was meant to be that role, and after all these years to be fighting over it, just sucks. And the third movie did still great. People love the Creed franchise. I like the first two. I just never got a chance to the third one. I just missed it. So it's on Amazon, I think. I'll have to check it out still. So, but there's the Jonathan Majors factor too. So I don't know what's going to happen. I bet they just won't bring him back. But again, maybe he'll be cleared and they'll bring him back. You never know. So it looks like he's gone from Marvel though. It kind of happens. Ron, did you ever see the Creed movies? Or you probably saw the Rocky movies at least.
I saw the Rocky movies.
Do you think it's sad to do the movies without Rocky, especially because they established him? And do you think that he would come back even after all this bad blood for a fourth one?
Why don't we just AI it?
He might run.
Sly Stallone is Rocky, so a movie without that isn't. It's not. He embodies that. It's him. So I can't see any success of that happening without him. Now, on that, would he come back to do it if they asked? I absolutely think he would. He's an actor.
Yeah, and he was so good in the role. It's like, he gave it up for so long, and then when he did come back for like it was Rocky Balboa, and then he came back for Creed, you could tell he still wanted to keep doing it, and these two, if you haven't seen these, it's fun because it's like about Apollo Creed's kid, and it's like this father-son dynamic again, and I think that Michael B. Jordan did a great job playing him. Yeah, the actor for Paulie died, yes, just recently, not too long ago. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It just sucks to see, everyone's getting older. That's what kind of happens, but it's also like this was what made his career, and again, it did well. The third one did really well, so they could probably do without him. But I think that if they're going to do it, bring him back. The Dolph Lundgren is still around. They brought him back for the second one, and I thought that was fun to see him back too. But Sabrina, how you feeling about this? Do you want to see Creed 4? Do you want to see Michael B. Jordan direct this without Stallone, with Stallone? What do you think about the fourth one finally moving forward?
I don't support any Rocky without Sylvester Stallone, so there's that. I did not see 3, and that was partially the reason, because there was some fucked up shit that went on why he wasn't involved in it. And since it's a franchise that he literally created, and I think before you said that he didn't write the first one. He did absolutely write the first one.
No, Creed 1? No, Creed 1.
No, not Creed. I mean Rocky.
Oh, yeah,
like he created Rocky.
I meant Creed 1. He did not write. Yeah.
Sorry, I misunderstood. Okay, so yeah, I mean, like you created a franchise. It was nominated for like 13 Academy Awards. It won 3, I believe. Like that first time, it like made him, who he is today. And like, I don't know how you feel like okay taking that away from somebody. So yeah, no, I mean, like just as a human being, I think that's fucked up. I didn't see the third one, so I don't know. I can't speak on it. I can't speak on Michael B. Jordan. I think he's a spectacular actor. I think he did a great job, in the first 2 movies. I think he did a great job as Killmonger, in Wakanda Forever, or not Wakanda Forever. What's the first one called?
He was in both of them.
Black Panther.
Yeah, he was in both of them.
Yeah, but the second book, because he was like, he popped in for a minute and like what's that called? An ayahuasca fucking situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I've never seen him not perform well as an actor. So good for him. I am if he did a great job directing the first one, why not give him another one? Sure, great. I'm totally into that. I just don't like the way that they edged out Sylvester Stallone. It just seems fucked up and weird. And like again, as a human being, not in the industry, like just as a fucking human being, like that's something that I would never do. Like and I whoever did that, I would maybe take a look at yourself in the mirror and give pause as to why you are behaving in such a fucked up fashion. Because people just need to be nicer to each other, in my personal opinion. And like in this industry, shit gets real fucked up real fucking fast. And like it's like you get used to shitting on people or edging people out or fucking people or lying to people, and that's not who I am as a person. And I am never going to let this industry make me be that person as a person. And I guarantee that all of these people felt that way at one point. But you have to just stay true to who you are and don't be a fucking dick. It's really not that hard. Don't be a dick. Yeah. And you should have not realized like what he did and what he gave up for that. And especially like starting off in your career. And then there would be no movie for you if he didn't exist. Because it never would have happened.
And he was saying like billions of dollars he lost because of this. Billions of dollars, he was saying. It's like, how do you even like justify that? Be like, nah, it's the same thing that kind of happened with the rights over the Beatles, though, with Michael Jackson and, Paul McCartney. They were fighting over those too. He was like, I'm not in their friends. He's like, I'm going to keep the rights. And that's kind of messed up. And of course, Paul McCartney got them back later on, but still, it's like, this is your, like, if you think about it, if you already rich.
Yeah, Michael Jackson's
you're rich, like, and your friends, like, just give, and you work together for years, just give the person a piece of pie.
He was like, yo, can I get the rights back? Michael was like, nah, B, I'm good. I'm going to keep them. I'm just sorry.
I know.
Neverland. Bye.
They're mine. But I still think that this franchise has a lot of life, and it's still, they're kind of going the route with Rocky. He's becoming the older boxer. Yeah. I think even if they want to have Rocky be like a spirit that appears or just pops in or like flashbacks, I think he could still be very important important to the storyline.
What is the Star Wars? The fucking spirit ghost?
A Jedi Knight.
He's not a spirit.
A Jedi
He's not
Knight.
a fucking spirit. No,
Jedi
I
boxing
veto
knight.
that. Oh, that's so cool.
That's pretty
I think
good.
it'd be cool. I just think it'd be great. And I think that honestly, just take care of the man.
Flatbush, I grew up in
right.
Queens.
Give him the right.
Respect.
Yes.
Gosh.